Did you know that our hormones have a significant impact on our sense of smell, and that as menstruating women, our sense of smell can change throughout our cycle? This week on Siobhán Talks Periods, I'm exploring the fascinating relationship between hormones and our sense of smell, so stay tuned. It's really interesting. The tissue lining of our nasal passages actually contains receptors for hormones, and estrogen actually nourishes this nasal tissue, so the fluctuating levels in estrogen can affect our olfactory ability, which is how well we smell. And in some cases, smells can even stimulate the trigeminal nerve, which sends pain, touch, and temperature sensations to our brain. And this trigeminal nerve can become inflamed when smell perceptions are overwhelmed. And this can cause headaches, even migraines. And also some different scents, it's different for every person, can cause our blood vessels to dilate and constrict in our brain, and that can cause headaches too. This connection between smell and taste and female hormones is possibly linked to sort of evolutionary advantages for pregnant women to detect and avoid toxic foods. There is also an increase in perception of smell around the time of ovulation, which is thought to improve the chances of selecting an appropriate mate. Now, did you know that your sense of smell changes in each stage of the menstrual cycle? So during your period, your sense of smell starts off kind of at the low end of its scale, and we've got bottomed out estrogen at this time. As estrogen gradually climbs during week 1, our sense of smell does too, and we get more sensitive to pleasurable fragrances. There was a study in the journal Psychophysiology that shows you have greater sexual arousal when you smell a pleasant fragrance that someone is wearing throughout that first week of your cycle. Your sense of smell then peaks from day 8 up until ovulation. The closer you get to ovulation, the more estrogen improves your smelling ability, helping you to detect kind of more subtleties in aromas. For some, the increased sensitivity to smell at this time can cause you to be like turned off by some scents that you normally don't find so overpowering. Interestingly, then post ovulation, it seems that we have increased sensitivity to a more specific smell, that of high foods. So, according to researchers at the University of Ottawa, we get better at determining the source of aromas of foods high in fat during this phase of our cycle, and it's likely one culprit behind increased cravings for fatty foods on these days. So, that's interesting. It's likely due to the rising progesterone levels and could be one of the various ways that this hormone pushes you to consume more calorie dense foods in case you got pregnant during ovulation and need to nourish your body more as you grow a baby. You can become even more sensitive in the final week of your cycle as estrogen and progesterone both plunge, and your PMS symptoms often show their face. That plummeting estrogen can make you more easily annoyed or overpowered by scents of any kind, even those that you maybe normally enjoy during other cycle weeks. And that's because as estrogen drops, it makes you more sensitive to sensory input of all kinds, which we've all experienced, well, many of us anyway. There are some calming scents, though, that can actually ease premenstrual symptoms when you sniff them during your cycle, including lavender. There was a study in the journal Biopsychosocial Medicine, and that found that inhaling lavender essential oil for only 10 minutes can significantly reduce premenstrual emotional symptoms. And the study authors explained that there are certain compounds in the lavender's aroma that are absorbed directly through the membranes in your nasal passages, where they travel to the brain and then cause you to feel more relaxed and lift your mood a bit. Our sense of smell changes as well in perimenopause. During perimenopause, which is that transitional phase leading up to menopause when our periods stop altogether, many women experience a whole range of physical and physiological symptoms and changes, and the alterations in the sense of smell can be one of them. So, like, hormonal fluctuations are like the hallmark of perimenopause, but specifically we hear a lot about the decline in estrogen levels. So remember, as I said in the earlier part of the video, the tissue lining of our nasal passages contains estrogen receptors, and estrogen helps to nourish the nasal tissue. So as estrogen levels decrease in perimenopause, some women may notice changes in their sense of smell. And this can manifest either as heightened sensitivity to certain odors, or on the other hand, they can get diminished ability to detect and distinguish different scents. And these changes in olfactory perception can vary from person to person, of course, but they may contribute to kind of some of those sensory changes that women experience during perimenopause. So our sense of smell really is just such a remarkable and intricate sensory system, and it's closely intertwined with hormonal balance. So next time you notice a change in your ability to smell, consider the role your hormones might be playing in shaping your whole olfactory experience. If you learned something new today, please give this video a like and a share with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to keep learning about the power of our periods and follow along for more. And if you want to see the written blog, I have a written blog which is a bit more info than the video, also has links to all the scientific studies that I mentioned. It's linked below in the YouTube description box so you can easily access it. And if you're watching on Instagram, it's linked in the bio.